Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, good corporate governance enhances credibility amongst stakeholders, says CEO RSP while inaugurating the Vigilance Awareness Week observation. Program on Inspire to Lead, Mentorship for Women was organized by RSP. And Rourkela Steel Plant Open School Football Tournament 2019 concludes. Now the news in detail. Good corporate governance enhances credibility amongst our stakeholders, said Mr. Deepak Chattaraj, CEO RSP, while addressing the gathering at the inaugural function of the Vigilance Awareness Week 2019 at CPTI of Rourkela Steel Plant on 28th October. Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED-P&A, Mr. Gautam Banerjee, ED Works, Mr. Atanu Bhaumik, CGM in charge projects and ED Works designate BSL, and Mr. AC Rathi, GM Vigilance and ACVO were also present on the dais. Mr. Chattaraj, along with other dignitaries, inaugurated the function by lighting the ceremonial lamp and paying floral tributes at the portrait of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. It is worth mentioning here that the Vigilance Awareness Week is observed to mark the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel. Exhorting the collective to be well conversant with the rules, procedures and systems, he said, in the present scenario when the companies are facing huge amount of geopolitical challenges, a good corporate governance will help the companies seek for alternate sources and strategies with ethical conduct and decisions. Citing Vigilance Department as a facilitating agency, the CEO urged everyone to take help of the department in case of confusions and uncertainties, especially while dealing with projects and commercial files. Let's strengthen our systems, including the IT enabling systems like ERP, for better objectivity and transparency. Let's reinforce the values of integrity and openness in all our endeavors, which will be a fitting tribute to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, emphasized Mr. Chattaraj. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Singh stressed upon the need for more clarity and transparency in processing files as well as in public dealings. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Banerjee said that transparency is the most important aspect while dealing with public money, hence every effort must be made to ensure it. Mr. Bhaumik underscored the need of promoting ethical values in public life and becoming more conscious of these credos while working in a public sector setup. At the outset, Mr. Robin Kumar, AGM Vigilance, read out messages of the Honorable Vice President of India, while Mr. Anand Kumar, Manager Vigilance, read out the message from Central Vigilance Commissioner. The Vigilance Pledge was administered to those present by Mr. J.P. Shukla, AGM Vigilance. Mr. Rathi welcomed the gathering and highlighted the steps taken by RSP, such as implementation of Z portal in line with the vision of a corruption-free India. Mr. Robin Kumar, AGM Vigilance, proposed a formal vote of thanks, while Ms. Ankita Bilung, Deputy Manager CP2, was the anchor. A program Inspire to Lead, Mentorship for Women was organized at CPTI from 21st to 26th October. In all, 52 participants from across different departments of RSP attended the two-day module program in 3 batches. The main aim of the workshop was to enable participants to learn mentoring to nurture a more positive and inclusive workplace culture for women employees. The session commenced with mindfulness exercise, pre-assessment of the participants, and a brief orientation about the program. A panel discussion was organized to share views on the challenges as well as the benefits of having women in the workplace, the need of mentorship for women, and the role of men as mentors. The panelists were Mr. Rajendra Mishra, CGM HRD, and Mr. Alok Ranbir, HR personnel from NSPCL Rourkela. The two-day session focused on the mentoring process and enhancing mentoring skills through audiovisuals, story building, role-playing, fishbowl experience, personal inventories, caselet discussion, and mock mentoring sessions. Ms. Rajeshri Banerjee, GM HRD RSP, and Mr. Daisy Hembram, GM MTI Ranchi, conducted and coordinated the session with the support of Mr. P.K. Raut, AGM CPTI, and Mr. B.K. Patra, Senior Instructor CPTI. The Rourkela Steel Plant Open School Football Tournament, organized by the Sports Cell of Rourkela Steel Plant, conducted on 27th October. Mr. Rajveer Singh, EDP&A, graced the concluding function as the chief guest, while Mr. A.K. Nayak, CGM, TA and CSR, was a guest of honor. The dignitaries presented trophies to the winning teams. Mr. B.K. Raut, GM PHNSW, Dr. B. Kar, Principal IEMS Sector 20, other senior officers and staff, representatives of schools and sports lovers were also present on the occasion. In the junior boys category, Sai Valley Boys became the winners, defeating St. Paul's School Hamirpur by 3-0. In senior group of boys, team from Ispat English Medium School Sector 20 emerged as champions after beating St. Paul's School by 3-0. At the outset, Mr. B.K. Raut welcomed the gathering, while Mr. Raghu Padi, Junior Officer Sports, proposed a formal vote of thanks. Mr. N.K. Pradhan, former RSP employee and a well-known athlete, anchored the program. At the end of the ceremony, the chief guest of the event lowered the sports flag and declared the tournament closed. It may be noted that in all, 22 teams from different schools of the township participated in the event, of which 13 teams were in the boys senior category and 9 in boys junior category. That's all in this edition of Rourkela News. Namaskar.